Whoops. Sitting on there for 3 minutes wondering what's happening, and then I realized I was on a private stream. My bad. Yeah, there's a lot. Hopefully someone will get it right. Got to decide if it's easy, hard, in between. We're full besides a few solos, guys, so I'm just letting people roll in, and then we'll get rolling here in a little bit. I guess we do have a few solos. Let me share the page here. What do we have? We've got new East Coast series. I'm gonna take you guys on a wild ride and let you watch me open these. The other one came, so we have all 20. It came a day early. I know you guys just see me put them on the desk here, but they come in these big boxes from East Coast, so we'll open them together, and I'll put the numbers down, and then we'll open them. Got a few different cases to open. We got to open both those. We got to open the basketball. We got to open up Gold Rush. So we'll slowly open stuff today as we're going. If it was easy, he'd be giving out 200 credit each night. No, I've done like I guess it depends. I can make it easy by saying like this is a starting quarterback for the Packers. I wouldn't do like that. But as far as like an easy or a hard rushing leader, there's some that are more popular and some that are not. So I get what you're saying. I'm not going to make it easy like that, like you're saying. Yeah, what's up, everybody? How's it going? But it will always be, I would like to say there's going to be at least be 10 guesses you have to guess from. I want someone to win. I don't want half the room to win. Openings, before I went on a tangent. We've got Claude Giroux as our last player left in the East Coast jersey, $12. It's a two-boxer. In baseball, we have Dave Concepcion, Bailey Falter, and Marcus Semien. They're $3 each. And then in the basketball, also a new case is Dikembe Mutombo for $7. Those are our solos. Everything else is full. Just to give you a rundown here, I'll probably say this multiple times tonight, but we'll probably start with our baseball, then our basketball, then our East Coast jerseys, then Radke, then the mixer, which takes a little bit because we got to random some stuff and open some boxes. We will not be doing a 3-box for Big Al's. Obviously, Series 27's under construction. I think I got it done on paper, 4 helmets. A few like questionable ones in there, as far as there might be some that belong to multiple teams, so that's why we're a little above the 192. We'll do a Radke Life fill. We'll do a Gold Rush 2-box. So the new case we've had sitting here forever, we're going to open one for the mixer, and then we'll do a 2-box live since we don't have Big L's. That'll be 42. And then we'll do some licensed jerseys tonight too from my series. Got stuck in McCown, so I'm going with DeMarco Murray. I love DeMarco Murray. Love DeMarco Murray. Big, tall. Where did he play? Was DeMarco Murray Arkansas? Or am I thinking of the other? Who's the running back that played for the Cowboys and the Raiders that played at Arkansas that was very good? I don't know where DeMarco Murray might have been Oklahoma. I'm thinking of someone else in my brain that was very good running back that played at Arkansas, that played, I think, in Oakland and Dallas, but I can't think of who the name is. Doesn't matter. Okay, so two items one to vote on, which is divisions. We'll do our same bounty until it hits. That's one of the 3 items, or 5 if you want to throw in the Taysom Hill and the Tim Brown photo. Theismann, Hester jerseys, and Revis Mini. Our other guess is to league and rushing at least in 1 year. If you get that right, you get some credit to use tonight. Marinos, Oklahoma. So who's the guy I'm thinking of that played for Arkansas, that played for Oakland and Dallas? Best Arkansas running back. Darren McFadden is who I'm thinking of. I kind of think of those two together. DeMarco Murray, Darren McFadden. That's who went into my brain when I started picturing him, but I know DeMarco Murray too. All right, guys. Let's get rolling. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's Wednesday night. We got football Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday between college and NFL. I'm excited. I'll try to get the series up and running for Monday. Tonight, a little bit different. No Big L's. We'll do the schedule I just said, but let's start with baseball tonight. Brad, I don't know how it happened, because I've got, sorry, I'll eventually get there, 78 names there, and he's not even on here. Somehow, Mariano Rivera slipped in as a random, and he shouldn't have been, because he was claimed. It's right here. So there should have only been 2 solos. Anyways, Brad, you're going to be without a random there. I'll make sure to credit $3 on that one. We're going to roll on this. I'm not going to read off all the names since you guys could see them before. But we do have some solos available. Concepcion, Falter, Simeon. If they don't go sold, that no big deal. But they are $3 a piece. I'm going to read off who you guys have as claims. If you guys want me to read your specific line, if you didn't see it for whatever reason, I'm happy to read it. Just let me know. Love all these guesses. Love it. Trying to look through them all. There's like 10 different guesses already. I like it. Nick says I'll take Simeon. Okay, thanks, Nick. So Bailey Falter and Dave Concepcion available. Make that Falter available. Larry's going to take Dave. Okay, Nick, you had Vlad Jr. Brad, you had Mantle. Chris D, you had Griffey Jr. and DiMaggio. Brad, you had Koufax. Steve, you had Aaron. Michael D, you had Williams, Ted Williams. Larry A, De La Cruz. Jeff V, Trout, and Ryan. Chad, you had Larkin. Charlie, you had Skeen. Scorching, you had Randy Johnson. Jonathan R, you had Canseco and Sosa. Chris D, Rivera. Jason J, you closes with Ichiro, Cabrera, and Wood. Solos, Concepcion went to Larry. Simeon to Nick. Bailey Falter is the last one left. A lot of randoms per spot. On top of that, we did 19 spots instead of 20, so there was extra to buy instead of $3 off spots. Brad got one by way of a mistake by me. So, all right, guys, let's get rolling here. Mutombo also, you got it. That one's a 7. It's small handwriting or typing, but I've got you on Mutombo. So just Bailey Falter left in the baseball, and then Claude Giroux left in the jersey. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's get going. So when we get to a few items, you're going to watch me unbox stuff for a second. We have to random off the other things, but figured that's okay. I put up for a vote if you guys wanted to do a 2-boxer for Gold Rush or the real autograph. I'm convinced we've got something fun in the last real autograph box. No one voted for it, so we're not going to do it tonight. We will do it eventually, but I'm convinced we got something fun there. 1, 3, 4, 6, or 8. 1, 3, 4, 6, or 8 is what we need. Why, you say? I don't know. I convince myself stuff. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. There's our 8-sided die. 2. I don't think there was a 2 in there, but I already forgot. No 2. That is a 8. Pretty sure there was an 8. Right there. Okay, I have lots of boxes in my way, so I'm going to move this out of the way. Well, let's get rolling. Autograph baseball. See what we get tonight. We pulled some fun ones so far. Larry's calling for Ellie. I can see it. We seem to have pulled him in every series we've had so far. I mean, not every single case or anything like that, but we've seen his name. Let's close this out. Who did we hit last week? Luis Robert, right? That's right. White Sox. Get your guesses in. We're still going to do the basketball next, the East Coast jerseys, and then we'll close the poll and the guesses. So I'll try to remind everyone again. These stupid things. I mean, I like these boxes because I can ship in these boxes. They're nice and sturdy, but this one doesn't want to open. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it on screen too. There we go. White Sox lot we do. There are a bunch of White Sox. Bats and balls, huh? I think they have a big pool of players though too. See now Jonathan's saying Frank Thomas. Okay, here we go. Can't quite tell. I'm not with my limited baseball knowledge. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's kind of hiding there too. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm gonna take it out so you can see it a little better without. Should have a label on the back side, but maybe easier to see from this angle. Just kind of right in that weird corner zone. Can anyone tell who that is before I cheat? Looks like SB, Shane Bieber. I don't think he's on the checklist. Maybe it's an obvious one that I just can't tell. I'm trying to get the glare off of it too, but nothing seems to be working. There's a better angle. No guesses? Usually you guys are all over the baseball guesses and you get it right. A little harder, especially on the ball. It's smaller. Okay, let's see what we got here. Find a winner. 3, 2, 1. I said SB. It's not even either of those. It's ED. There's no way I was holding it upside down either. No. I think we've pulled him before. Isn't this the guy that does the trumpet intro, the pitcher, or am I thinking of someone else? Edwin Diaz? If it is, then that's one of the coolest intros, enter songs ever. Edwin Diaz. Let's see where Edwin Diaz landed. Oh, come on. Is that the guy I was thinking of or no? Right at the top. I skipped right past it. Edwin Diaz, Vlad Jr., Nick, you had Diaz as a random. I even told myself, you're not going to make this sound anything like it, but I still went for it. I at least stopped after the first line. I could have gone on for another 30 seconds, but I decided not to. And no one's telling me if that's who it is, so I'm going to look it up. Nick F. hitting on your Vlad Jr. spot. The Mets closer. He just signed with the Dodgers, did he? Yeah, nice surprise. That's a fun hit, too. Yeah, walk-up song. That's right. If I play it here, it'll probably give me a ban or whatever, mute my stream. Still use Narco as his entrance. The Timmy Trumpet. That's cool. Timmy Trumpet. See, Chris just said it. All right, nice hit. Edwin Diaz, pitcher now for the Dodgers. So do the Dodgers just get whoever they want whenever they want? I don't really watch baseball a lot, but it seems like that's kind of how things trend. Great closer for a different team. Let's see if the Dodgers can add to their pitching staff. I'll leave it out. Put it out here. Dodgers and their pitchers. Nice hit, Nick. Congrats. A little bit of a heater on the baseballs. You've hit on 2 of them. You got the Acuna as well. All right, guys, let's do some basketball. I've enjoyed doing the basketballs when we get them. We don't have them all the time, so we've got a box of just 4, a case of 4. I didn't buy more than 1 case. I may buy more. Most of the names on this checklist are names that I like, so there's not really, can't really go wrong on these. It disagrees with me on some of the names, but since there's only 50 instead of 100. Christy, you had Wemby, Irving, and Williamson. Brad, you had Clark, Hardaway, and Dumars. Tim K, you had Chamberlain, Kidd, and Wall. Christy, Curry, Morant, Robinson, and Cooper. Dave, you had Iverson, Robertson, and Pay, Bird, Hardaway, and Garnett. Jeff V, O'Neal, Hero, and Ginobili. Chad, you had Magic, Chris Mullin, Dominique Wilkins. Bill S, you had Durant, Bogues, Frazier. Scorching, you had Kareem, Sean Kemp, Larry Johnson. Larry V, you had Rodman, Kuzi, and Reeves. Jonathan R, Giannis, Harden, and Malone. Sam B, Barkley, Lillard, and Wade. Leland Carter, Trae Young, Tony Kukoc. Brad, you had West, Jalen Green, and Patrick Ewing. And then Larry 8, you had Dikembe Mutombo as a solo. Come on, Alien. Did I see he got hurt last night or 2 nights ago, or was it just a scare? He landed on his 5-foot-long lower half of his leg, and it looked like he buckled on his ankle or his knee or something. He's a freak, man. Have you seen him stretch and do the splits? They're different kind of humans. That's why he's an alien, right? But I'm 6'4", and I feel like I'm just way too big to do anything. And then you got guys like LeBron James that are 6'8" or 6'9", and they look like they're small when they're playing. They act like small people, jump, roll around, or whatever. I don't know. They're different kinds of human beings. It makes no sense. Wemby is the furthest point of that. He does look a little lerpy, but he gets it done. He's a foot taller than me. He's 7'4". That's insane. I know there's taller people than that, but that's crazy. Okay, guys, front of the box here. So let's do 1, 2. We'll roll a dice after, but I'm going to open these let's roll a dice first, and we'll open a number as we're getting our box. So six-sided die. We have to get a 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work. Box 1. So we'll just pull the first one out, and then we'll number 2, 3, and 4. Foot taller than me. Just to stay in line, put a 1 right there. That's a 1. Doesn't look like it, but it is. There's a 2. I'll keep them in this case, but I'm going to number them now. There's a 3. There's 4. If you can see, they're 4. 3. 2 going back in, and then we're going to open 1. One more box to get rid of for now. All right, let's get rolling, guys. Good luck, all. Brand new case here. If we enjoy them and having fun with them, I may grab another case. Who knows? Maybe I missed that window anyways. Okay, like it to not have the label right on the top. Well, this is a certain type of ball. No label here, so we're just going to pull it straight out. We've got a gold ball, which I love. I love the gold balls, the silver balls. Ooh, please don't show me the name. Oh, geez. What do I... Gold Wilson ball. That's one of two guys. One that played close to me and one that's... oh, geez. Yeah, I see it now. I said Gear's the Bird. You're hoping for Bird. This isn't Bird. Anyone know who that is? It looks like a little bit of a rush dot on that, but I thought it was one of two, and it wasn't the first one I said. We've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a great hit there. Starting off, there's the Beckett certified with a gold Giannis. How cool is that? Congrats. Who had Giannis? Claim down the line. Jonathan R. Jonathan R. claiming Giannis. No randoms needed on this one. That was a claimed hit. Congrats, John. That's cool. Very nice. Gold ball. I'm trying to think of like the minis we had. I think there was a little bit spread out more on the signature there, but he's always had kind of a small auto. So well, I was going to say we keep this out. We can for now. Not every day we get to see Giannis items, so I don't think he was a pictured headliner, but man, that's Giannis is a headliner. I'll stay there for a second. Congrats, yeah, nice hit. I'll agree with you, Chris. One of these days, I'd love to hit one of the big names there on the front. We'd love to hit the Kobe Bryant in this case. It'd be awesome. Clark is big. Chamberlain, Curry, Wemby. There's a bunch of big names. I'm hoping we have one in this case. So, all right, let's roll. Let's get going to people inflate. Yeah, you can inflate them. Some of them. I mean, I was just talking to Brady. He had a ball that wasn't holding air from one of his hits. But you can get them repaired just like any other ball. But most of them you can pump up and they'll hold air. They just ship like that, so they're not. They don't weigh more, I guess. Well, maybe that's not why, but just smaller, easier to store, I guess. But yeah, if you were to win a ball and you want to blow it up, you just 74 letters in his name, and he. I know. You think he could, All right. Congrats. But yeah, most of those should hold air. You just got to pump them up. All right, guys. It's time for East Coast, which means you get to watch me open these cases the way they came to me. I've never really opened them for you, and I realize, I opened Gold Rush and everything else. Might as well show you how these show up to me. I decided to boycott the labels. I'm not going to pay for the labels if they're not on there. I don't know if they are or not. We know they come from East Coast, whether there's a label on it or not. I probably should have been ripping off those labels to ship anyways, so they're not logoed boxes, so a blank box ships better anyways. Let's put some stuff off, and we'll talk about this series and then get rolling. It's a little much at the start, guys. There's a lot of claims, but it didn't stop us today. I appreciate you jumping in. They're obviously cheaper, and they'll continue to be cheap until the middle of it, and then they kind of start to go up as we lose spots. Just don't put too much air. Yeah, if it pops, can you imagine? We have 2 locked community hits this series. We missed our chance on the dang Wayne Gretzky. Hopefully I can convince him to put a Wayne in the next series again. We seem to roll through these about as fast as we do, or faster than a Big L series. So both McDavids are locked. There are other lockable names, but I decided to leave them open again. So McDavid All-Star, McDavid Oilers. If either of those hit, 2 chances for McDavid, which is great. He's not cheap at all on any jersey, so love to hit one of those. If not both. If we hit one of those, we'll random all the names that are available, and whoever owns that name gets it 7 times like always. Trades are the same for now. I'll probably add or take away like I did a few weeks ago, but Pat LaFontaine, Mikhail Sergachev, Matt Zuccarello, Ivan Barbashev, Cam York. If you hit a jersey and you'd rather have one of these, I'm happy to pull them out of the storage back there and show you what it looks like, send a picture or whatever. Let's read these off. Joseph, you have Howe and Marchenko, Forsberg, that's Peter Forsberg and Ross Colton. Jake G, you had Ovechkin and Heiskanen, Belfort and Pavelski. Jonathan R, you had Natchez, Kyrou, Madonna, and Merzlikins. Jeff H, you had Chelios and Jarvis. Daryl, Suzuki, Keller, Roy, and Wah, and Clark, sorry. Joseph K, you had Sundin and Mangiapane, I think is what you gues told me, not Mangiapane. Mangiapane, Jeff S., you have Kachuk, Dobish, Aho, and Esposito, Kopitar, and Rupe Hintz. Louis, you have Larkin and Potvin, Larry V., Vasilevsky, Taves, Hedman, and Kempe. Brian W., you have Wolf, Benoit, I'm assuming that's how you say it. Don't know that one. Recchi, Carlson, Frederick, Forsberg, and then Terry and Evander Kane. Christian, at Waffleboard, you have Sakic and Boldy. Daryl, you have Gainey and Panarin. Doug, Barkov, and Zabinajad. Jeff H., Oates, and Rust. Jason T., I didn't change that from this one. It should be McMichael. Sorry. At least I didn't random it. Rust went here for Jeff H. Jason, you have McMichael and Eklund. Jonathan R., Hasek, and Monahan. Larry A., Gudis, and Hextall. Solos were Sorokin going to Christian, Fleury going to Doug, and then Howard going to Nick F. Claude Giroux is our last solo left. Okay, that's $12. Let's just grab these all, I'll number them, and then we'll get rid of them. I probably won't bring all 20 out next time. I guess there'll be 18 left. So let's figure out what numbers we have, get them on the sheet, and then we'll crack 2 of them. Oh, I didn't really open that way, right? We'll get them. I'll organize them by number after. So let's just do this how they show up here. Maybe you guys can see how they come to me. I'll type them up. We'll put the numbers in order. We'll random them, but then I'll get the boxes in numerical order for next time. There's one box. I thought we were going to have 10 to pick from today. It said Thursday on the shipping, and then it showed up today, so it's great. Prefer to have them all here anyways. We do that to avoid some of the duties and fees, so slowly but surely, guys, we're getting there. Okay. See, that was worth it, right? Do we have both? Do we have both bookends? No, just, oh yeah, we do 1 and 60. We have them both. Let me get rid of these. Okay. Let's do this now, and then you don't have to watch me do it again. 59, 63, 16, 7, 27, 20, 33, 50, 40, 8, 1, 51, 55, 41, 47, 21, 37, 11, and 17. Let's put them in order, and that will be our list to pull from, our original 20. That's kind of small, isn't it? That's going to bug me. Let's make sure it's 20 numbers. I didn't skip any. 20 it is. Okay. Those are all the boxes. Let's figure out what 2 we're going to open. Didn't take me as long as I thought it would. 1. So the top 2 on the 7th row will be the ones we open. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 8 and box 40. Box 8's up at the top. Box 40 is at the bottom. So let me get the rest out of the way. And I'll try to put these in order next time. I am blocking myself in here. Giroux went to Larry. Thanks, Larry. Let me fill that out, and then we're good to go. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for joining. For the next few weeks, we'll be doing 2 of these every Monday, Wednesday, so 4 a week. Let's see if we can hit some of these fun targets. Okay, got you on there, Larry. Racky coming up next. So last chance to guess a running back that led the league in rushing at least 1 year. If you get it right in the black bag, you get some credit to use tonight, $10. And then guess your bounty divisions. Okay, we'll go 8 first, 40 next. From East Coast. Good luck, everybody. I think at this point we can assume their labels are down like usual. Here we go. Good luck, all. 3, 2, 1. Scripted. Is that really the one that I shouted out the other day? And someone said, "Oh, they might not want that." That's cool. I think that's Adam Oates, right? 5-time All-Star, 1420 NHL points, Hall of Fame 2012. We got an Oates Fanatics Premium, and that was claimed. I just can't remember who claimed him. Who claimed Oates down the road? Oates. Jeff H. You came back and grabbed Oates down towards the bottom, and it's career scripted. That was one of my requests. I said, can we get a few career scripted jerseys again like we had last series in the mix? And didn't know if we'd pull any, but boom, night one. I feel like we started last series with scripted ones right off the gate too. Great hit. Love this Bruins jersey, the black one. Oates, Adidas Pro, career jersey. A patch on there as well. Adidas Pro, fight strap. You guys notice each series we do, there's less and less Adidas, more Fanatics Premiums. I mean, they're the same thing, but Adidas, since they're not the jersey of the NHL, they're not being made as often. I don't know if they're being made at all. A lot of Fanatics Premiums are coming in, which I like. That one's Adidas. Nice hit, Jeff. Congrats. All right, let's continue to make room back here as we go. Okay, box 40. Can we go 2 for 2 on claims? I know it's half the items, but can hope, right? Surprised Oates was not taken. There's just so many names that are claimable. There were still a bunch that went as randoms that could be close to headliners too. Just kind of how it goes when there's this many names. This series is a little less top heavy. It's still top heavy, but less than last series. So I think there's more claimable names this series. Quack, you getting your quack ready? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. This one kind of has me stumped. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know the team, but I'm trying to think who that is. Obviously, that's just a thread that came loose. I should know this, but I don't. Nick says Clark. This sure looks like a Kings shiny gold, white, and black jersey, number 92. And that is correct. It's Clark. Not one that I recognize because no one claimed it, and not really a name I've ever seen pulled. Yeah, Brant Clark, Kings Fanatics Premium. Let me see who has them, and then I'll come back and Brant Clark is on the Wasp art. Daryl hitting. He says, that's my random. Good young defenseman. Oh, yes. Retired player. If you guys guessed a non-retired player for the rushing leader for your guess a retired one, so you're not out of the gate. Thank you for those looking out for that. I would do the same thing. Daryl, nice hit. I just dropped the thing down there. Is this AJ's? No, what's this? This looks like an AJ's thing. Oh, he's got a big one on that, huh? Nice. Twice the size means twice as good. Good young defenseman, says Nick. Brant Clark for the LA Kings. I watch a lot of Kings games because they're on late by the time I start watching at night while I'm working. Watch Kings Wild the other night. This is a Fanatics Premium. And there's the fight strap. Congrats, you two. Double the authenticity. Double mint gum. You got a hankering for some double mint gum, huh? Congrats, you two. Sorry to everyone else. We will do 2 more next Monday. Series has begun. Where's that song goes? It's only just begun. I'm not going to sing that one. Edgerrin James for Black Bikes. Oh yeah, so you guys can re-guess if your guess above was not a retired guess. Clark and Oates. I love the Kings jersey. That's their newer style Fanatics Premium, and I love the Boston black jersey too. Those are great jerseys. Congrats, you two. 1 claim, 1 random. No pictured headliner quite yet. All right, guys, let's keep it rolling. We've done our non-football portion, so we'll do 1 Racky, and then we get a little crazy doing the mixer. And we do have a couple live fills. So let's pull this up. This doesn't need to be there. That's just an empty box now. Okay, time for Racky. No guesses tonight. Those are on Mondays for Racky. Everyone got eliminated anyways, unfortunately. There's our box numbers we have left, but let's read off who has who. Racky time. Bill S. As soon as we get the box, I'll close the poll and show the item. Last chance to guess a retired NFL running back that won the rushing title at least 1 year. Bill S. San Francisco, Dallas. Jonathan R. Minnesota, Tennessee. Tim, you had Denver and Philly. Larry bought your randoms, the Giants and Arizona. Jonathan R. Pittsburgh, Houston. Bill S. Kansas City, Seattle. Greg, you have Atlanta, Detroit. Brian W. Buffalo, Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville. David L. You had Cincy, Chicago, Washington, and Chargers. Jets, New England, Vegas, and Rams. Greg, you had Baltimore, Carolina, New Orleans, and Green Bay. And then Brad, you close us with Cleveland and Indianapolis. Close the poll. It is not even close, so we're good to close now. Thank you, Larry. AFC East, AFC South is what you're going with. If that is the divisions that hit the most tonight, somebody will win the freebie and get to choose between Theismann, Hester, Revis, Tim Brown, Taysom Hill. One of those items. Let's get our box number. Down to, are we halfway done with this case? Yeah, we're down to 6. Crazy. I'll have to order a new case probably this weekend. New double case. 3, 4, but I don't know what new series is. 5, 6, and 7. Box 12. I kept saying we were only hitting the top boxes. Now we're getting the bottom row going. Box 12. Let me close this. Let me grab this. Yeah. Okay, AFC East, AFC South. Did anybody get the black bag right? I don't know. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Easier, harder. This one's probably a little harder. I thought maybe one person would get it. I don't think anybody got the guess. And in your defense, I did not know that this player led the league in rushing yards in a season. 1989, I think, is the year. Oh, Priest Holmes on a rave. That would never leave my house unless I had 2 of them. Hunt, Johnson, Larry Johnson, too. Holmes, they probably did lead the league. This is neither of them. Jason says Nigerian Nightmare. Chris D says Okoye. It is. Did you guys know that he led the league in rushing? I got to see the yardage he had that year. 1989. My guess is it's like 1,200 or less. No, 1,480. Not bad. Yeah, once I said 1989, a lot easier. One big year. Did the other guys that we were talking about for the Chiefs lead? Priest Holmes led in 2001. I would have thought Larry Johnson. Kareem Hunt did lead. When you said Kareem Hunt, Nick, I didn't know that. Kareem Hunt, Priest Holmes, Christian Okoye are all the leaders for the Chiefs. No other players have done it for the Chiefs. Crazy. Yeah, 2017. Wow. I didn't know that. 1,300 yards. Has anyone ever led the league with less than 1,000 yards? Probably back in the early days. 1982. Probably because that was a lesser season, 786 yards. The rest are over 1,000 besides earlier on in the NFL. 500 yards led. Crazy. All right. I don't think anybody got that. If you did, please let me know. I love that helmet. Christian Okoye, Nigerian Nightmare on a Rave. I think that's cool. Nick just sent me a message on Messenger saying, hey, I want to trade for that. Nick, we can talk about that later. Don't worry. Knew you'd be after that the second you saw it. I was pretty dang sure you would be. Okay, let's roll. I'm joking, by the way. For those that can't tell. Box 12. Any of these extra item boxes hanging out? We're down to our second half, and we haven't hit one yet. This one. Hit it, boom, straight to the corner. No, it wouldn't. I wouldn't let that sit in the corner. That'd be on my shelf. All right, guys, good luck. Mixer up next, then we'll do a couple live fills tonight. Man, no. See, now you got me worrying that they didn't give us any extra items. Not that, I mean, most of the series don't, but if you're going to tell me you give me extra, you better give me the dang extra items. We got 5 boxes left, hopefully in one of those. Or they just didn't put a label on it, and it's in this one. Here we go. Three, two, one. Not the divisions you guys are voting for, but like I always say, don't worry, you're only down one. We've got a Winter Warrior helmet. Pulled a few from Fire Factory not long ago. We've had a few come out from Racky as well. Beautiful helmets. Minnesota Vikings was the number 2 claim, Jonathan R. You're staying hot. Peterson. I'm gonna say, we've put the last 2 we pulled from other places have been Jefferson. I'm gonna say that this is J.J. McCarthy. That's my guess. I didn't see it, I promise you. It'll probably be Peterson or Jefferson, but I'm gonna guess J.J. McCarthy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I was even gonna say Jefferson. I thought, don't just say the same name. Say something different. Should have got that right, but I was too stubborn. I wanted it to be someone different, even though I'd probably prefer to have Jefferson hit over J.J. McCarthy. Justin Jefferson, what a great hit. I know he had a down year, if you can even say that. He still had 1,000 receiving yards, but had a different quarterback throwing to him every single week. Someone was trying to tell me that he's not top 10 receiver to you, whoever. It wasn't someone in here. I say, you're an idiot. He is still top 5 receiver in the league, easy. Just needs a quarterback. Justin Jefferson, NFC North, going to Jonathan. Jonathan, nice hit. Congrats. That's 1 for that division. We got 0, 0, and 0. All right, guys, it is time for our mixer. We do this once every 1,000 yards with bums thrown to him exactly. Not all of them are bums, but some of them are bums. I saw the Packers let go of Clayton Tune, our starter for last week. I can't even imagine why. Poor guy. Let's do this. I know that there were a few of you guys that offered trade. Cleveland's up for trade, Obi. There was a few others that offered up. Now is the time to say again, just in case. I don't think anyone took any of the trades on the page. So please let me know, but you can offer them up now. This is a 9-item mixer. I'll go over what's in it in a second. Let's read it too. Brian, you've got Arizona. Sam B, Atlanta. Bill S, Baltimore. Greg, Buffalo. Scott, you have Carolina. Elliot, Chicago. Brian, Cincy. Obi, Cleveland. Rudy, Dallas. Nick, Denver. Greg Detroit, Zach Green Bay, Jonathan R. Houston, Matt S. Indy, Brad Jacksonville, Greg Kansas City, Larry A. Vegas, Eric B. Chargers, Greg the Rams, Leland Miami, Jonathan R. Minnesota, Larry A. New England, David L. New Orleans, Brian G. Giants, Jeff S. Jets, David L. Philadelphia, Bob Pittsburgh, Bill S. San Francisco, Kyle Seattle, Tim K. Tampa Bay, Bill B. Tennessee, and Bill S. Washington. Again, if you have trades, let me know now. I will take Cleveland for Las Vegas. Sure. Okay. So Cleveland for Vegas is the trade offer. Trade at your own risk, as I always say. Cleveland and it was Larry, right? Yes, it was. Okay. Our 9 items are my final 2. That was heavy. I don't know. Final 2 Racky Hot Boxes. I'll probably get more. I like this series. It's very spread out. There's a lot of variety to it, so I think it's great. Obviously, they're cheaper than the middleweight. We've had some fun hits from them, and they have some great headliners if we can find one of them. So 2 of those are one Fire Factory box, which is our final box from before, from a different case. I think it was the last time we did Random Night is where this one is left over from. We have our final Schwartz box for now. I'll get some more mystery stuff, but 4 items there. 1 from the Gold Rush Series 3. We will then use 2 more of these later for a pick one random one. And then that'll leave us with 1 probably to save for a different day or maybe even the next mixer night. I don't know if we'll throw it in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big Al's discount is 6. And then we talked about, let me close the screen here. We talked about doing 2. I didn't talk about it. I said we were adding these items. So a lot of times, guys, what I do is I get the items, and a lot of these cost more than I'd want them to cost for what I think is potentially in them, but there's good value in having a lot of variety. So what I do is I go to my PC and I grab a few items that I just want to add on top without adding any cost to it. Bo Nix will be one tonight. That's one of them. And it's not if you own Denver or it's not if you own the Rams. Jordan Whittington Slate. I think he's a wide receiver. I don't think he's a tight end, but for the Rams. And I did look at the last few mixers. I realize I think I've done a few Rams and a few Broncos, so next time I'll mix that up. But Jordan Whittington Slate as well. I'm going to move Giannis. And then one of 4 photos. So the person that ends up with a photo can choose Munoz, Tyreek Hill, Warren Sapp, or Kyler Murray, Oklahoma. So the way that works is we're going to open the 6 items before. Those will go to the item shown on, or the team shown on top. These 3, we're going to do our little, at the end like we always do. We'll put all 32 teams in. I'll start drawing them out, 3 or 4 at a time. The last 3 teams in will win. So I'm only going to do 1 draw. The last team in that comes out last will get first pick. The second to last will get the second pick out of the last 2. And the third one that comes out, third to last, will be left with whatever's left. And if it happens to be the photo, you can pick out of those 4 photos. So that's the way you're going to win those. It can be a double up of a team that's already hit. It does not matter. That's how these will work if it was a mixer anyway. So that's the way we're going to do it, okay? The other 6 will be opened, and we'll find out who wins those. Okay. Giants for Houston. I'll take Giants. Okay. So there's a trade offer as well. We're trading. Let me get the trade. Giants for Houston. You don't have the Giants. Giants were Brian G. Larry A., you have the Patriots, and you just traded for Cleveland. So Giants are not yours to trade, unfortunately. So just so you know, Giants belong to Brian G. You're good, no problem. close this. I guess there's not as much randomizing as I thought. So we need to get a discount series number. So let's get that. I'll still take. That's a trade-off if Brian's listening. Giants for Houston. And Larry, you have the Patriots if you're looking to trade. I will likely add probably 7 or 8 more items into this. Every division is still represented, but I'll probably pump it up a little bit after this one. We've done a few lately, like 3 now. Okay, one number. Sorry, multiple. Oh, only one came out, but one more in the chamber. Blue. That is box 46. 46. And then let's figure out a Gold Rush box. I'll number these really quick, and then we're ready to rock and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 on bottom. Let's roll dice first. Not quite as much setup as I had thought. That was a bad roll. So was that one, but it worked. 3. Box 3. So let's open these, number them, and keep box 3 out. I'll keep 1, 2, and 4 close because we're going to do 2 more tonight for a live fill. I only bought 1 case of this, and it's actually, it was a while ago, and it's actually already sold out. So this is the only case I have of this series. I don't like what they did to the price. It went up even more. So, yeah. Unless there's like apparent value added to it, and then we'll start buying it again. I won't be stubborn. 1. I'll tell you right there. That one felt heavy. 2. What do we? Did I roll a 3, guys? I think I did. Now I'm going to be wondering what's in that box until we open it. Maybe we'll get it later on. 3, which is what we're opening. Just confirm that I got a 3. And then 4. Looks like a 9, but that's a 4. Oh boy, I'm running out of space in here. Let's put this right there. Let me go grab box. Yeah, I saw that too, Nick. Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley. Those are cool. I want one of those for my PC too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it was box 46. Right? Let me go grab that, and then we're good to go. Got my son home alone over there. I'm not alone, but watching a movie until my wife and daughter get home. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make some room here. We're going to do it in this order. We're going to go, we'll save the Gold Rush for last. It's a new series, might as well. Let's do Schwartz first, Big Al's discount second. The 2 hot boxes, 3rd and 4th. This one 5th, this one 6th. Let's do it. Not that it matters. That's what I'm choosing. Series 15, box 16 of 75 on this one, guys. Again, hopefully no one signs in thinking, oh, the Denver and the Rams hit. They didn't hit. They will hit later by way of random. Good luck, everyone. I don't feel like I'm forgetting anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our first live fill tonight will be Radke. Second will be a Gold Rush 2 box. Third will be We will have some stuff drop tomorrow, like usual. And then a short weekend stream. And that's about it. I'll block the name because I don't want to see it until you guys see it. Here we go. See the team, don't see the name. 3, 2, 1. We have got a classic speed Chicago Bears. Lots of different guys. This could be. We got a Fanatics card on this? Is it Fanatics cert? It is. Is there a headliner bear? Oh, now I'm getting curious. Hold on. Just want to see. There is a headliner bear. Could this be him? Who had Chicago, first off, since I'm wasting everyone's time? Chicago was Elliott. Elliott hitting on the Bears. I'm going to make some room in here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's been a while since we've hit a pictured headliner from Schwartz. And we hit one. That's awesome. Rome Odunze coming out. That was pretty sure. Yeah, right there next to Michael Penix and Richardson, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Carter. Rome Odunze on the random spot going to Elliott. Elliott, congrats. That's a great hit. I don't care for where they put the Fanatic sticker, but it's not horrible. Put it right here, maybe. I guess you see that it's Fanatics when you have it displayed, which is nice. Great start. NFC North, though, is kind of hitting. Just so we're on the same page, guys, whatever teams hit from these three, I'm going to count for the bounty, okay? So if whatever the last three teams left, the ones that win these, it's going to count for our divisions. We all okay with that? Elliott, nice hit. Okay, I said we're going to do, I don't know, discount next. Let's do discount next. Box 46 from Big Al's Discount Series. For those that don't watch all the time, is a different series, much cheaper than my normal series. These have the ex-boyfriends or players that I don't deem quite good enough for my series, or players I just have too much of and still are great hits. I mean, any helmet deserves love. This is my lower tier series, if that makes sense. Oh man, I haven't seen this name in a while. Saw the name looking up at me. Perhaps you could say that I foresaw. I feel like I hit the team I put out there more frequently than not. That is a Kansas City Chiefs helmet. Hitting from Big Al's Discount. Oh, and I guess since we have it, I will stay showing like I'm supposed to on these. Rome Odunze. There it is. Is he going to be playing on Saturday? Asking for a friend. Worthy, good guess. Worthy is by no means a name I would not include. I wouldn't include in Big Al's regular, so probably not Worthy, but let's see. Here we go. Who had the Chiefs first off? Kansas City. Greg E. Let's see what you got, Greg. 3, 2, 1. It's the name. Look at that. Zach got it right. CEH, whatever his name is. We used to pull him all the time. He was in a ton of stuff. And he was great for a while. I can't even remember what really happened to him. Was it injuries? Did he have an off-field problem? Wrong order. Same. It's like CTE, right? Getting to you. CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. CHE sounds better anyways. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, number 25. One of their number 25 running backs they've had. That's cool. Back is certified. And you're not going to see very often anymore. That's what I've had for a while. Blast from the past. We used to have them all the time. I'm not really sure what happened to them, to be honest with you, but you got to a point where I didn't want to include them in the regular series anymore. All right, let's move over to, let's do Radke hot boxes. This one, oh boy, you can tell there's a screw loose in there. I will screw it back on. These got shipped to me like this. Well, they're a little dirty, the boxes, that's all right. 3, 2, 1. We got a camo Bucks. Good grief. Camo Bucks. Who had the Bucks? Love seeing camos in the wild. Tim. Tim had Tampa. Tampa Tim, as we all call him. I'm just joking. There's the screw. I'll put it back on here in a second. Earpiece going here. This is Radke certified. I think the other ones we pulled from hot boxes have not been Radke. This one is. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yikes. Sitting up on top is the... No! Did it just fall in? Oh, no. How do I get it out? I'll get it. Don't worry. Are you kidding me, man? There's a Rob on there. It's a Patriot slate. This is a 500 helmet series, so there's stuff to be spread out. Rob Gronkowski on a camo coming out of a hot box. That is... Oh, yes. Tim, congrats. What a great hit. Now, to get the thing that just fell through the ding. I guess I could do this later when not everyone... Oh, it fell through again. Perfect. Even better. That would be why. Fell through and fell through. 1 second. I'll fix it right now. What a great hit. Congrats, Tim. It caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie. Love seeing third-party stuff pan out. Again, Radke usually does, but the hot box is a little bit different series. Obviously, there's some big headliners on there. Rob's on the Patriots, Tom, Brett Favre, Marino, Elway, Namath, Montana, Brown. See if we can get another one. These are all sent at random, so. Excuse me. Sorry. He was. That's right. He was trying to trade Tampa. Brady would be nice. I agree. Thank you. Sorry. The sneeze got me there. What a great hit. I love that. Show me something else fun here. Three, 2, 1. San Francisco 49ers Eclipse. Who had San Fran? San Fran was Bill S. with the Niners. I catch a Niner in there. Let me get something stuck on my sock. Hold on. Bosa, CMC. There we go. Stickers on. There we go. 3, 2, 1. What the hell is happening? Congrats, Bill. So somehow We just nabbed two. I mean, one of them's pitchered. Joe's right there. Croc's up there too with the Patriots. Man, how cool is that? I'm stoked for you guys. That's awesome. Wowza is correct. Rob and then Joe Montana out of our hot boxes. Bill asked, congrats. I stopped keeping track of the things. I got distracted by myself. NFC South, AFC West, NFC North, NFC West. Are you guys literally hot boxes indeed? Yeah. Are you guys the only one that doesn't have a hit yet? 0113? Say it ain't so. If you have any interest trading, good grief. Rob followed by Joe Montana. Can we keep it going? Can we have some fun stuff? Holy moly. And we hit Rome, the pitcher headliner. Something is in the water today. I love it. Okay, Fire Factory. We'll be doing a case of this starting tomorrow. We'll break it on Friday or Saturday. I'm having fun, guys. Go in this direction. Yes, Nick, this is that final box from the ones we used the last mixer. That's correct. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got a new Commander Speed. I like that. Yes, I do. Who had Washington? Bill S. You had Washington too, hitting back to back. Good grief. Who do we have here? 3, 2, 1. Can't go wrong. Lulu would have been a good guess. I agree. Can't go wrong with Scary Terry. I know somebody, if they're watching, that might try to reach out and trade for you on this one. He's been after him for a long time, especially in Fire Factory too. This was obviously from our case from months ago, but still. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry. The finish on these are so nice. It's blazish, which I love. Bill last nice hit. Back and certified Terry McLaurin. Woo! This might be one of our better mixers as far as names. Unreal. Okay, let's see here. We have the last one. So this is the new series, guys. So Nick was talking about this Mississippi Valley State. There's probably a few of them out there. But there's a ton of fun names. Obviously, headlined by Tom Brady. There's Patty. Got a Rob down there, too, on a VSR4. Randy Moss. Favre, Marino, and Manning on college helmets as well. Some awesome stuff. Does this one have Drake May? It does. There's Drake May. Got Travis Hunter. Yeah, it looks like Travis Hunter's on the checklist. That's not T.Y. Joe Burrow, Namath, Emmitt Smith, John Elway, T.J. Watt. I think I got everyone. Josh Allen and Caleb Williams. Some fun names. Okay. Authentic Kirk Cousins. We pulled a few of those from Gold Rush and Hard Day, that's for sure. And it's a lunar eclipse for the Vikings, right? Good luck, all. We will do 2 more of these later as a pick one right now. This is our final box we're opening, but we still have to find winners for the photo, the Jordan Whittington, and the Bo Nix. I'm saying goodbye to the Bo Nix from the PC. I figured I got to find one that's fun as well, that's big name, and I landed on him. Shed a tear, but that's a fun one to win, so we're going to do that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Just on the same page, guys, we're starting with what looks to be a replica helmet, as in a non-speed replica helmet, VSR4. Could be a headline. There's a few of them. Could not be. We'll see. Houston doesn't exist with Gold Rush. Yeah, a little bit harder team right there with Gold Rush. There's our JSA. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got a Dallas Cowboy. It's got one of the old school face masks on it too. I like that. Free bar or whatever it's called. JSA certified on this one. Dallas Cowboys were Rudy. Rudy, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good, man. I know everyone's busy. Rudy hitting on the Cowboys on a VSR4 replica here. Herschel, he says 3, 2, 1. It's actually a name that I think he was around when we first started doing Gold Rush series. It's been a long time. I think we pulled him from Leaf as well. Hall of Fame 19. That's Gil Brandt. Gil Brandt. We haven't seen him in a while. I remember someone talking about having him on the checklist. I think it was Daryl because he bought a case. Gil Brandt. Didn't he coach too? Isn't that what we were talking about? Hold on. Or was he a voice or something? Photographer, specialized in newborn babies. What? Chief talent. So it was the scout, huh? Help pioneer scouting techniques. All right. Rudy, nice hit. Gil Brandt. Not a name we see very often. It's fun. I was going to say someone else. Yeah. To be honest, we haven't seen Brandt in a long time in product like that. All right, guys. It's the time where we figure out who wins the other 3 items. This is a 9-item break. We've only done 6 so far. Congrats, winners, so far. Well, let's do this. Eric says he'd be interested in the Brandt. It's a cool helmet. I'm not sure if Rudy's watching live. If he doesn't respond here a little bit, I can send him a message too. Let's make sure we have all 32 guys. There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. What we'll do is we'll put them all into the bag. I'll shake it around for a while. I'll start pulling out chunks. If I pull out your chunk, you do not win one of these 3 items. The last 3 guys in there will win. The last one out gets to pick whatever item they want. Second to last gets to pick from the other 2, and third to last will get stuck with whatever is left. All 3 great items: Whittington, Bo Nix, and then a choice of 4 photos. After this, we'll do a Radke live. We'll do some Gold Rush double box live, and then some licensed jerseys. So let me get I think I put them away. They used to be on there. They are. Used to be on the ground, but here's our little chrome bag. Let's put them all in there. Let's find some winners for Whittington, Nix, and one of the photos. Straight from all 6 of those items are PC items for me, from my collection. So okay, we'll do the thing where I show my ugly mug looking the other direction, so you guys know that I'm just grabbing stuff out. I'm going to grab handfuls till we get a little bit closer to the end. Here we go. These people are not going to win, unfortunately. Raiders, Chargers, Jets, Eagles, and Niners. Those 5 have been eliminated. I won't do divisions. We'll just roll with it. Here's the next chunk. Maybe 5 more or so. Bills, Texans, Rams, Chiefs, and Steelers. Eliminated. 5 more gone. Sorry to you 5. Okay. I don't know if I can get exactly 5 anymore, but I'm going to keep trying. That's only 4. That's all right. Redskins, Cowboys, Patriots. Sorry, not showing it very good. Patriots and Colts. That's 14 gone so far. There's a chunk. See if that's 4 or 5. Vikings, Packers, Saints, and Panthers. Let's get another chunk. If I can find them. There's a chunk right there. 5 this time. Dolphins, Seahawks, Falcons, Titans, and Rams. If your team hasn't been called, you're getting closer. That's 5, 10, 15, 19, 23. 23 pulled so far. So to get to 29, you get 6 more. The next 6 don't win. The 3 after that do. Here's 3. Giants, Broncos, Bucks, all eliminated. I'm going to make sure on that number. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So 27, 28, 29. So 3 more. These last 3 are the ones that do not win either. Sorry, guys. There's 2 in my hand. There's a third. Last of the eliminations. Jaguars, Lions, Bengals. If I have not called your team yet, you at least won something. The next one I pull out is third place. You'll get left with what's left. I know that sounds harsh, but you'll win. You just won't get to pick which item. Here we go. Third place is the Baltimore Ravens. Who had Baltimore? Bill S., you had Baltimore Ravens. I think all 3 of your spots hit. That's crazy. Baltimore, Bill. Second place is Chicago. Chicago also hit. Well, this one didn't hit, but Chicago hit earlier. We already know that's Elliot. Elliot, you get second pick. And the person that gets the first pick is, it is that team, Ovi. Cleveland. Cleveland gets to pick whatever they want. That was traded to Larry A. Larry A., you get first pick. One of the photos, Bo Nix or Whittington. Second place is Elliot, and then Bill, you get to either pick one of the photos or you're left with Whittington. It looks like Nix is gone. Larry taking Nix. Congrats, Larry, from my PC to yours. Bo Nix Eclipse. Sorry to everyone else. There's probably better. Elliot, you get second pick. You can have the Whittington helmet or one of the 4 photos. Again, they were Munoz, Tyreek Hill, Warren Sapp, or Kyler Murray. Let's give it a second just to make sure he's still here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now we'll run some lives here for a little bit. Jordan Whittington on the slate. Elliot, you got it. I'm going to put these over here. Congrats. There's a lot of helmets out there tonight. I had, 3 more still? And then, Bill, that leaves a choice for you. You can choose one of those 4 photos. Let me know if you know which one you want. If you want pictures later, I can do that. But if you know, let me know. Before we post this. Recap our night item mixer. We had a photo one, we had Whittington one, Bo Nix one, and then we had Gil Brandt for the Cowboys, Joe Montana for the Niners, Terry McLaurin for the Commanders, Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the Chiefs, Rob Gronkowski for the Bucks, Rome Odunze, and that's it, right? Yes. Okay, we're going to drop a Radke live fill now. There it is, just like our original one, but here. And then we'll try a 2-box Gold Rush, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys tonight. So Gold Rush will be, I tried to bring it down. So it's 42 instead of 40 like mine, but OG box would have been 48. Well, we will do that. I think we got something fun in there, but just not tonight. Maybe next mixer night in between somewhere. Okay, let me top chat and live chat this. See where we're at. Okay, Greg, I've got you a spot 1 with San Francisco. Oh, let me share my screen. Thanks for joining the mixer, guys. I know there's a lot of items, so you think I'm going to definitely win something, and it doesn't always turn out. But a lot of 9 items for 59. I think that's about as good as I can do on those, and that's fun. More fun if you had. Steelers, spot 2 for Dave. We do it once every 6 weeks, so. Bill just behind on San Francisco. Denver going to Leland. Buffalo going to Brian. Denver is gone, Greg. Sorry. Cincy is spot 5 for Zach. Chicago, spot 6 for, I lost it, Dave. Pittsburgh is gone, Greg. Tampa Bay is spot 7 for Brian. Number 8 is not, since he's gone. 8 is Atlanta for Greg. Number 9 is New England for Jonathan. Number 10 is Washington for Dave. Number 11 is Kansas City for Bill. 12 is Baltimore for Greg. 13 is Cleveland for Jonathan. 14 is Detroit for Zach. Chicago is gone. Green Bay is number 15 for both red. It's Dave. 6 gone above Elliott, so 1 spot left to close this, I believe. While we're waiting for that one to get cleaned up, my son stole my water. I'm going to get new water. Give me 1 second. I am parched. Then we got Bill closing us with Miami. Obi just behind with Minnesota. Why is this water bottle so loud? Ooh, almost gave me a brain freeze. Miami is spot 16 for Bill. Got you, Bill. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Should be 16 spots. It is. 16 randoms. Let me double check that nobody put a random up. Nope. Okay. Let's run this randoms. Reminder, if you're hanging out for Gold Rush, we're going to do that next. It's just this new series. Started off with Gil Brandt. We'll open 2 more boxes. It'll be 42 pick one random one, just like we do with Big Al's, but that's under construction. And then we'll do some licensed jerseys before we end the night. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chargers on top, Jets on bottom. Okay, let's read these off. Greg, I've got you with San Francisco and the Chargers. David L., Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Leland, Denver, and Vegas. Brian W., you've got Buffalo, New Orleans. Zach, you have Cincy and Dallas. David L., Chicago, Philly. Brian W., Tampa, Indy. Greg, Atlanta, Arizona. Jonathan R., New England, Tennessee. David L., you have Washington, Seattle. Bill S., Kansas City, and the Rams. Greg, Baltimore, Jacksonville. Jonathan R., Cleveland, Houston. Zach, you have Detroit, Carolina. David L., Green Bay, and the Giants. And Bill S., Miami, and the New York Jets. What box? We opened 12, right? Down to 5 boxes left. Should have 2 left in there that have an extra jersey in them. All right, let's go back to run it 7 times to get our box number. Oh, crap. Hold on. Let me do this first. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 9 is what we're rolling with. Box 9. Let me grab that, but I forgot to. Look at that. The one sitting, the one's right on top of it. I forgot to do the other stuff. So we had 6 items. That was through Montana. We had Dallas hit, which is NFC East. We had, and the next 3 were who? Who were the teams that won? Baltimore was one of them, AFC North. Cleveland was another one, AFC North. What was the last team? Chicago, NFC North. Holy moly, guys. 4-3-2-0. Larry says he'll buy Dallas. Zach, if you want to sell Dallas. Brad's here. He's if you want to sell Indy, Brian, let Brad know. But we did just close this one up. We'll do a Gold Rush 2-box next, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys. Do I even have this full-size helmet? Gold Rush. No, I don't. I'll keep. Thanks. No problem. Thank you, AC. Gold Rush full-size. Pick 14142. All right, I have that ready. All right, guys. You got a 1, 2. You got to hit every item left has to be AFC, AFC South to beat the NFC North, NFC West. If we're doing 5 items, I believe in you. I believe in us. Box 9. There we go. Unless we hit a multiple item, then that gives us one more to use, but you got to basically run the table. It does feel a little lopsided, but it could be a authentic. Okay, here we go. Three, 2, 1. We've got a Rave. Rave Authentic. We're starting to see duplicates again. That's crazy. I have no problem with that. But Lions Authentic Rave. Sneaky Racky. Yes, it is. This is loose. I guess I'll keep it in here. There's the Barry. You think it's Barry? I did not see who it was. Who had Detroit? Was it claimed or randomed? It was claimed. Detroit was Zach. Zach B. Claiming Detroit. Hitting the Authentic Rave. Let's see what you got, Zach. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You know, I kind of thought maybe Barry too, but it's those guys that pick their booger and flick it. They were all doing that the other day. Jameson Williams. I think he's extremely talented. I can't say I like him because I hate St. Brown and Williams and all those guys, but he is very good. He's a guy that I wouldn't mind having on my team. Zach made it. Jameson Williams, Authentic Rave for the Lions. Beautiful hit. We're down to 4 boxes, and we have not hit our jersey helmet combo yet. I'm starting to wonder. Okay, congrats. Let's do a 2-box for Gold Rush, guys. This is 42 instead of 40, but at least I think we used to do it 46. I tried to bring it down for today. And then next up will be licensed jerseys. I know I'm confusing you guys. Sorry. Sorry. Top chat, live chat. Let's share my screen. Okay. I've got Pittsburgh for Nick with a random up. So the randoms would be 21 on these guys. Dallas for Greg. Got 2. Pittsburgh just gone before Bill. Cleveland is number 3 for Larry. Bill's got San Francisco. Denver. Buffalo for Greg. 7 is the Rams for Greg. Gotcha. Pittsburgh gone. Green Bay is there for Zach, number 8. Tampa Bay is there, number 9 for Brian. Number 10 is Minnesota for Brad. Number 11 is Miami for Brad. Number 12 is Kansas City for Bill. Okay, we are 4 away on this one. 2-boxer, 42 per. Nick has a random available as well. Make that 3 away, Zach, with Indy. So 3 away, 1 random available as well. That would be 21 under Nick's spot. 13 Indy, 14 is Cincy. For Brad. 15 Chargers for Jonathan. 1 spot left, 1 random available. So we're right on the edge. And then we'll do some licensed jerseys, guys. Sorry for the fake out there. A little bit different on mixer nights. Do a few different items. Well, that's wrong. That's from last week. Did I clear the names off? I did, but those are not right. That's wrong. I'll fix it later. Everything's wrong. 1 spot to close this. Pick 1 random one. 2 box gold rush. We'll figure out what boxes we'll do here in a second after in the randoms. $42. And then 1 random available as well. Trying to figure out why my wife is not home yet. I watch too many crime shows, man. My brain shouldn't always be hyper fixated and stuff. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, 1 spot left. Almost there. I don't think I'm going to do this with two solos, so we'll just wait till we get 1 more spot snagged up. And then, Nick, if no one claims your random by the time we get to 16th, I'll roll randoms and we'll see who you have, and you can sell if you want to. But I figured there's been plenty of time for a random spot to be claimed too. So 1 half spot, 1 main spot, and then we're ready to rock and roll. We'll do licensed jerseys right after this. I think Utah hockey just started. I'll be able to watch that tonight while I'm working down here. Let's see. It hasn't started yet. Geez, when is Olmark going to be back? That's who they're playing tonight. He's not starting. Did they ever even say why he was gone? It's like a personal reason? There they are. They're home. Almost there, guys. I know we don't do Gold Rush very often anymore, but we're very close. That is actually not my wife's car. We're not home. Almost there. Baby steps to spot 16. Colorful spread there on the table. The blue added to that, that's for sure. Blue, orange, red, white, blue, all sorts of colors. All right, I got Brian closing us with Detroit. Then Dave just behind with Chicago. There is one half spot available still. Seconds for 21. Otherwise, we're going to get rolling on this one here. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being patient. Appreciate it. See if we can pull something fun. Okay, 7 times on the random. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chicago stayed on top both times, which is fun. Nick, if you want to sell Chicago, Dave may want to buy him for half price. That is hilarious. Actually, were you the first spot? You were. They literally stayed on top both times. So if you want to sell to Dave, and Dave, if you want to buy, or if you're going to hold off and keep them, that's fine too. For sale still, okay. Dave says yes, okay. I wanted it to happen. It stayed on top, 6 and 7. That's crazy. David also, it's just 21 for that one, Dave. You get Chicago. Nick, you have Pittsburgh. Greg, you have Dallas and Seattle. Larry A, Cleveland and the Jets. Bill S, San Francisco, Jacksonville. Brian W, Denver and New England. Greg, you have Buffalo, the Rams, New Orleans, and Las Vegas. Zach, you have Green Bay, Houston. Brian W, Tampa, Atlanta. Brad, Minnesota, Miami, Arizona, and the Giants. Bill S, you have Kansas City, Carolina. Zach B, Indy, Tennessee. Brad, Cincy, and Washington. Jonathan R, Chargers and Baltimore. Brian W, Detroit and Philadelphia. Jets are for sale if anybody's interested in the Jets for 21. Just put that there for now. Or trade. I'll leave it up then while we're getting box numbers. Sorry for the yawns, guys. I'll just keep going. We have boxes 4, 2, and 1 left. So let's get 2 of those numbers. 4, 2, and 1. There's one of them. First roll. That's a 4. So 1 or 2 is what we need now. Come on. That's a 5. That won't work. 1 or 2 is what we're looking for. That's a 6. That won't work. That's a 5. It was on a 1, and then it flipped to the very end. 1 or 2. That's a 3. There's a lot better ways to do this, but 2. So even's going. 2 and 4. Top 2. Put them here. 1 will be left over. Trade Tennessee or Houston for Jets. Larry, do you want to trade the Jets for either Tennessee or Houston? Pass, okay. Okay, last call on trades, and then we'll get rolling. Hold on, my wife's down here talking to my son. Doesn't matter. They did get home. Okay, let's roll. Let's do box 2 first, then box 4. It looks like no trades or sales are happening there. Next up will be our licensed jersey series to end the night, guys. If you're hanging out for that, it's right around the corner. So we're good to go. Box 2 that I fill out the NFC North on that one. I don't think I did. Is that 5 NFC Northwest? 1 plus Chicago plus San Francisco plus Chicago and Minnesota. It is 5. Is he going with you? No? Not going to answer me. All right. 2 and 4. Good luck, everyone. Wow. Back-to-back replica helmets. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, Patriots. VSR4 on this one. Beckett certified. I don't think New England got claimed. Now they come out, yeah. New England was a random going to Brian W. Brian, hitting the Pats. Nick says double Gronk night. Good grief. Double Gronk and both from third party. We'll never have that happen again, ever. I shouldn't say ever, but man. Saw the double. I saw the other VSR4, and I'm thinking, okay. That is a pictured headliner. Right down here. Rob Gronkowski. That is Beckett certified. That's probably an older signature, too. A little bit bigger, spread out. That's cool. 87 Beckett. I mean, I get curious on these things sometimes, especially with names like this. Hold on 1 second. M42. M42. Yeah, signed December 8th, 2018. This was signed 8 years ago in Miami, Florida. Wow, cool. I dig that. Since it's a smaller one, it can probably fit right there for now. Double Gronk night on the third parties. Very cool. Okay, box 4. Remember, guys, we will do a licensed Big Al's Jersey series after we recap this one, and that'll be the last items of the night. I have to say, I like doing the mixer nights and stuff because it's, it's not stuff that I build, so everything is a surprise to me. But this has been one of the funner ones as far as names. We got some big stuff, some fun items. And a third. No, just kidding. This one's speed. Speed. Speed, speed, speed. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I couldn't quite tell until I saw the red eye staring at me. Baltimore Ravens Eclipse. You guys, this could be, but one kind of stands out to me. I didn't see the auto. Who had Baltimore first off? Not claimed. Wrap around. There it is. Spot 15. Chargers and Ravens going to Jonathan R. Spot 15. Jonathan, let's see who you got here. Congrats. Is Ogden on this checklist? That's cool if so. 3, 2, 1. I will say, though, this is my guess on this one. I love him every time we pull him, but we don't seem to pull him anywhere but Gold Rush on either of his teams, Pittsburgh or Baltimore. And he has a thing about signing down there by the strap, so we usually keep him off. That's fine. Rod Woodson, Hall of Fame 09. We actually have a Rod Woodson Ravens jersey in Big Al's, which is coming up next, but that's cool. Is Ogden on the checklist, Nick? That's cool if he is. Good to see him put him on there. Nice hit, Jonathan. Rod Woodson. We're running out of space, so I'm going to put it down here. Okay, Brian and Jonathan, nice hits. Rob Gronkowski and Rod Woodson. Let's do a licensed jersey series here. There it is. See where we go on this one. Was he? I don't think we pulled him, did we? I don't know that we did a lot of Gold Rush last series, though, either. And I've always loved Gold Rush. I have nothing against Gold Rush. I love it. I don't like that they keep raising the price, and I've enjoyed doing it. We usually use them for our player break, and I thought that Fire Factory's been a little more fun for us, but Gold Rush is a little cheaper. Getting close to almost the same price, but still cheaper. watch a lot of film. I used to. I kind of like to be surprised now. But even then, when I used to watch a lot, I still was wrong all the time. All right. Okay. Top chat, live chat, or wherever it is for you guys. All messages, top messages, whatever it's called. Spot 1, I've got Pat McAfee going to Greg. Spot 2, Frank Thomas for Larry. Spot 3 is Griffey, Ken Griffey, whatever sport it is, for Mike. Spot 4, Griffey just gone. Spot 4, Frazier for Craig. Spot 5 is Tatum. For Bill S. Spot 6 is Ellie De La Cruz. I think Ellie might be close to being one of the oldest ones left there now. I think I know that Crosby is the oldest now that Jefferson hit, but I think Ellie's got to be up there now. There's a few. I want to say another baseball one too. The Jim Rice I think might be really old too. I need to do another one of those where I look and see what the oldest 5 are, just so I have it on my radar. I guess it doesn't really matter, but Eddie George, number 7. I probably shouldn't, because then I do that and then I start worrying about him hitting and it becomes a thing. Got you on Eddie on the OSU jersey, Larry. Number 8 is Stammer for Brian. Number 9 is Robin Yunt for Bill S. Number 10 is Larry Bird for Zach B. Number 11 is Jordan Love for Greg. Number 12 is Adam Fox for Craig. Number 13 is Grant Fuhr for Larry V. Number 14 is Patty Kane for Brian W. Number 15 is SGA for Zach B. Number 16 is Dan the Man Marino for Greg. Number 17 is Chucky for Brian. Number 18, Bird is gone, Mark, sorry. It's been a thing for me. Ellie, I know the feeling. There's a couple guys I'm chasing elsewhere too that seem like they'll never hit. 18 is Durant, the Durantula. I love how petty he is and tweeting people back and looking at fans and stuff. I love Durant. 1 spot left, or 2 spots left, sorry. There's 10 there and then 8 there, 18. Down to our final 2 to close us. I'll just keep it like this and do it all at the end. Fun night as far as names go. And then, Bill, let me know if you know which you were the – I think you were the 3rd place one, right? If you know which photo you want, let me know. Anthony Munoz, Tyreek Hill, Warren Sapp, or Kyler Murray. With them, I need to put them up somewhere. Burrow Stafford photo. I got a Jim Brown, Bob Lilly signed photo together. Another Joe Burrow photo by itself. Barry Sanders. And the photo breaks, and I don't see him as often anymore. I got a fake Aaron Rodgers photo that I bought years and years ago. If anybody's interested in that, for a bag of chicken wings. Got a few fake things that just didn't leave here because once you have them, there's not much I can do. Okay, let's show some photos. We got 2 spots left. Might as well look at what's available. I'll skip ones that have been claimed. Rasmus Dahlin is available. Nathan McKinnon, Alshon Jeffrey, Dominique Wilkins, Vince Carter, Trevor Zegras and Kurt Warner, Brock Bowers, Alec Boehm, Mikko Rantanen, gone, Laporta, Giannis and Cruz, Caulfield, Adebayo, Hasek, Taylor, McCutcheon, Fedorov. There goes Zeus, Donovan Mitchell, Sam Reinhart, John Tavares. Take Warren Sapp. You got it. I had a feeling you might take the Sapp. He's one that I won outside of the Gold Rush breaks that we have. That have to be come from the Gold Rush breaks, but Warren Sapp's a great one. I think I traded for that one back in the day, or I won it. You got it, Bill. I'll get it out. JSN, Nico Collins, Richard Seymour Butts, Chris Webber, Justin Herbert, Matthew Boley, Rod Woodson again there, Ron Hextall, Robinson hit already, Jim Rice, Mike Evans and Max Crosby, Jeff Bagwell. No, you've got Zegras. There's just one spot left, so I'm still reading through. Zegras is you. Karl Malone, Jerome Bettis, Chris Paul. Yeah, of course. Paul Coffey. That's all of them. You definitely got Trevor, Larry. Just waiting to get a few more in here. The last one, reading through them, I should say. Bill B taking Mike Evans. The Bills, Bill, do they play quack quack? I like that. That's a fun duck. I mean, he's not with the Ducks anymore. That's a fun duck jersey. That's why I included it. Bills play. Tell me that's a Sunday afternoon game. That's what I want to hear. Or Sunday night, either one. Just don't. They're not the morning game on Saturday. They're not my game. They're not Monday. So they're one of the Sundays. Noon. I'm gonna miss like an hour of that one. Mike Evans, okay, number 20. I say it out loud. In the AFC, I generally root for the Bills, and I have for like the last 5 years. Not in like a Packer kind of way of rooting. But trust me, we play them. I want to kill them. But if the Packers can't win and they can't do anything in the AFC, I kind of want to see the Bills to go. There's a few other teams I wouldn't mind seeing either. I just hope there's a Super Bowl with one team that I can root for. That's all I'm hoping for. The last, like 2 out of the last 3 have had teams that I didn't want either of them to win. So please don't. Okay. $20 spots. Okay, there should be 2 solos. 42, that's correct. Okay, so let's run these 40 randoms, 2 solos. Final 2 on the last row will be available. Just have to claim them. I swear I hit the button. It's spinning. It's spinning. Don't lock up on me now. Guess I can get a drink of water while it's doing that. You guys can still hear me, hopefully. No, the stream isn't frozen, is it, guys? My other one keeps spinning and spinning for Rainbow.org, so I hope it's just the site. Okay. Maybe Random.org is not working. Let's bring a new one up and try it. Be the perfect time for it to go out, huh? Oh, it's up now. Hold on. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, final 2. Let's see if it's working. 2. Did I miss it? I did miss it. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Solos are Chris Webber and Ilya Sorokin. Just said that like I had a lisp, like I couldn't say my R's. Ilya Sorokin. I used to have a thing with my R's when I was a kid. I had to stay after school to have them help me say my R's. I had my cousin's last name was Hilbert, and I would say Hilbert. Okay, Chris Webber, Ilya Sorokin are our solos. I'm going to read off who has who, see if anybody gets any credit spots on these. Greg, you have McAfee, Collins, and Jeffrey. Hey, first spot. That's a $3 spot. Larry, Thomas, Bettis, and Caulfield. Mike, you have Griffey, Rantanen, and Paul Coffey. Craig, you have Frazier, Donovan Mitchell, Rod Woodson. Bill S., you have Jason Tatum, Dominique Wilkins, and Jake Gensel. Mark, you have Ellie De La Cruz, Fedorov, and Cruz. Larry A, you have Eddie George, Chris Paul, Nathan McKinnon. Brian W, Stamkos, Seymour, and McGrady. Bill S, Yunt, Bagwell, and Darlene. Zach, you have Larry Bird, Clayton Keller, Dominic Hasek. Greg, you have Jordan Love, Lawrence Taylor, Kurt Warner. Greg is another $3. Craig, you have Adam Fox, Matsui, and Giannis. Larry V, Fuhrer, Carter, and Adebayo. Brian, Kane, Rice, and Laporta. Zach, SJ, Dawson, and Bohm. Greg, Marino, Tavares, and Crosby. Brian, Gruden, Reinhart, and Hextall. Bill S, Durant, Malone, and McCutcheon. Larry A, Zegras, Bowers, Boldy, Bill B, Evans, Herbert, and JSN. Bill B, that's 3 off too. So Greg, another 3. And Bill B, if you haven't sent yet, you got 3 off on that one. Okay, let's see who's got who. Fedorov for sell, Mark. Yeah, Bill, I'll write it down. If you already paid, no big deal. Larry by Bettis. Yours, Greg. Thank you, okay? Bettis going to Greg. Is McKinnon for sale? Who had Nathan McKinnon? Larry A, you got Nathan McKinnon. Both my hockey is for sale. Okay, so Nick asked for that one. So Nick taking Nathan McKinnon. Fedorov was the offer for Mark. Keep Fedorov, but thanks, okay? Sorokin, I missed that. Zach, thank you, Zach. Zach taking Sorokin. Where's Greg? Thanks, I already paid. Keller for sale. Who had Keller? Zach B has Clayton Keller. Zach, if you want to sell Clayton Keller to James, let us know. Keep Fedorov, both my hockeys for sale. So that means, what else did you have for hockey, Larry? Matthew Boldy is available for 10 as well. Bagwell. Is Bagwell for sale? Bill S has Jeff Bagwell. If you want to sell to Eric, let us know. Carter, Adebayo, Caulfield for sale. Caulfield, Carter, Adebayo, all for sale. Buy Larry, buy Caulfield, okay. Caulfield going to Nick. Is Miko for sale? Miko. Mike has Miko. Mike, do you want to sell Miko Rantanen to Eric? So Bill, if you want to sell Jeff Bagwell, and Mike, if you want to sell Miko Rantanen. And then we have Bam Adebayo, Vince Carter, Matthew Boldy for sale as well. Jesus, sure. Going to keep Bagwell, okay. This water bottle, man. Comes with a price. So much water that it makes noise like a freaking cartoon character. By Boldy too. Okay, Boldy going to Nick, which is orange. Okay, Mike. If you'd like to sell. Let us know. I'll keep Miko, thanks. Perfect. I didn't scroll down far enough. So no Miko, no Bagwell. Sorry, Eric. Chris Paul is for sale as well. Okay. So looks like we got 3 basketball available. Chris Paul, Vince Carter, and Bam Adebayo are $10 solos. Also, Chris Webber is available as well. On the bullets, Mitchell and this. Larry A, do you want to sell Brock Bowers? Greg is asking. I'll give it a second here, and then we'll start rolling some bingo. And you guys are not going to win this. AFC North got one. And 1, 2, 4, 5. Connection is on. Something's happening around here. Hopefully we don't fizzle here at the end with bad connection. If it gets bad, let me know, please. I don't know. It might be the storm that's rolling in. We're going to get snow tonight, I think. Pass on the Brock Bowers. Okay, I'm gonna get randoms running. Not random, sorry. Bingo ball's going. We still have Paul, Carter, Adebayo, Chris Webber available. Is Alshon for sale, Greg? Let Obi know. I'm going to close. I'll still mention the stuff, but let's get 2 numbers going here. Alshon Jeffrey is the offer. The request. Greg's going to pass on that one. Okay. 2 numbers. 1, 2. Third one's going back in. That's the only time. I guess we rolled the other bingo cage, the small one. Huh? Box 40. Mike Allstott. There is no Mike Allstott now. We've had him. I think this weekend, I'll do this here too. I think this weekend we get to $4.99. So pretty dang close. 183 to 500. I think if my math's right, we get to $4.99. Okay, last call on a few of these names. I'll give it a second, then I'll go grab some boxes. NBA Chris Paul, Matthew Boldy, NHL are up for sale. Boldy got bought, Larry. Boldy got bought by Nick. So that one's gone. Sat photos going to Greg. You got it. You make a trade? No problemo. I'll get that to Greg. That's a cool one. Yeah, Boldy sold. So Vince Carter, Bam Adebayo, Chris Paul, Chris Webber are our last solos available. I'll give it a second here before I might grab them anyways, but we can always leave Webber unsold. Okay, I'll grab them, guys. We'll come back. If anything else changes, I'll worry about it then. 40 and can't even read that. 185 or 183. 183. Sorry, turning on the projector for my son. came home and they left them here. I swear if there are 5 guys. You top 2-0. Nice. That's quick. Who scored? Did Dylan Gunther get one? Still waiting for Cooley to come back. Okay. Weber, Carter, Adebayo, Chris Paul looks like they're all staying where they're at. Weber will go unsold. The other 3 will stay with who had them. Let me unsell those. Okay. I left my notebook. Oh, doesn't matter. 183, 40 are the bingo balls. 4183. We're good. Okay, let's roll. 2 boxes. We will do a 3-boxer tomorrow. Maybe I'll do something extra fun for that since we're getting close to 500, or maybe we'll do it next week. I don't know. And then Fire Factory tomorrow as well. Okay, thanks for joining, guys. Good luck. 40 up first. Away from your body, Al. Away. I believe in you. Jeez, I feel like I was cutting into the jersey. Hopefully I didn't do that. Reno and Kraus. Nice. Reno is defender. Kraus. I love Kraus. We got him in the East Coast Series not long ago. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pretty sure that was sold or traded, one of the 2. I know those colors. That is, we're starting hockey tonight. I can't remember what we hit on Monday, if we hit hockey or football or baseball or basketball. My brain is mush at this point. That is a Minnesota Wild jersey, and that's it's been a little bit since I've seen Boldy, and I love Boldy. East Coast. Matthew Boldy, Adidas Pro. And that is in an Ovechkin bag. That's not Ovechkin, though, obviously. Boldy, I know, got sold. Who bought it? Nick bought Boldy. Nick F. hitting Boldy on a purchase. You guys will always hear me say it. Trade, sell at your own risk. I know, usually it's a way to make it a little cheaper. I understand. I sold it, says Larry. I know, I'm sorry, man. Matthew Boldy. Nice signature there. Big, bold signature. Minnesota Wild. Adidas Pro. Going to Nick. Congrats, Nick. Nick, I saw you. Didn't you hit a jersey? Oh, I think it was on the day where I missed all my spots, and I think you got like an unsold spot that hit, and I was going to message you and say congrats, but then I got worried you hadn't washed it yet, so I didn't message you. I can't remember who it was, but you hit a hockey jersey the other day. I'm on a little bit of a cold streak on the hockey jersey front with as many claims as I claim, but that's how it goes. James Neal, that's right. CHL jersey that looks like a Whalers. No, not really, kind of. Nick, congrats. I'm going to have a lot to ship out tonight and tomorrow, guys. Now, pull my Buckeyes jersey. I love that Buckeyes Eddie George. I know a lot of people aren't into the college, but you don't see him very often. And I love Eddie George, too. 183. Let's see if you can snag him here soon. And I can't tell. Black bag. Which means I know what sport it's not. But it could be one of the other 3 sports. Generally, I guess maybe I've had a hockey jersey in a black bag before. I can't even see it sneaking through. Here we go. Yep. I see him staring at me. We're going football on this one. That's not the division that was kicking your butt, but that makes it end at 5-4-3-1. That was pretty bad. It's all right. We'll get there. We've got LT, Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor, Nike, once a giant, always a giant. Strahan, right team, wrong player, but Nike on this one. Taylor, I don't think you got claim. Let me fold this up and see who has him. Someone got a nice jersey as random. I like Lawrence Taylor. I like his stuff. We pulled his helmet on Monday, too. That was the Wonka Point helmet. After we said, Eli. Where are you, Lawrence Taylor? Right there, front row. Spot 11 on the Jordan Love, Lawrence Taylor, Kurt Warner. That was a discount spot, too. Greg, which brings me to the next point. Don't smoke crack. Is that on The Water Boy? I forget what movie that's from. I don't know if it's Waterboy or Happy Gilmore. Yes, Waterboy. Don't smoke crack. Greg, nice hit. Lawrence Taylor. And sounds like you got the Warren Sapp going your way. A couple of great defenders. All right, guys. No freebie, unfortunately. The AFC East, AFC South was not the right choice. That's okay. When I used to try to challenge you guys, I did worse than you guys did. So maybe I should bring that back soon. Me versus you guys. All right, let's do a quick recap. There's a lot of items, a lot of third-party stuff, and it showed up today. I'm very happy with third-party products. So let's start with Big Al stuff first. We had a discount box, freebies thrown into the mixer, if you want to call it that. Bo Nix and Jordan Whittington. Warren Sapp on the photo. Jerseys were Matthew Boldy and Lawrence Taylor. The rest is third-party stuff. We had start of our East Coast jersey series. We had Clark and Oates. Love both those jerseys. Never seen a Clark and Oates is nice and inscribed. Our baseball today was, I already forgot. Where's the dang box? Who was it? Oh, Edwin Diaz. Trumpet Timmy or whatever it is. And then the rest was a bunch of helmets, guys. We had Jameson Williams Authentic Rave, Rod Woodson Eclipse, Gil Brandt on the VSR4, Joe Montana Eclipse, Terry McLaurin Speed, Rob Gronkowski Camo, Justin Jefferson Winter Warrior, Roma Dunze Classic, and Rob Gronkowski VSR4. Great items. Congrats to those that hit. Sorry to those that didn't, especially when there's a lot of items to win. If you get a little skunker-risky, it's not fun. Hopefully it changes for you guys. I'll do my best to get this out tomorrow. Trade my Jung jersey for that Diaz baseball. That was Nick. Nick, if you want to trade Diaz for Jung, let him know. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for participating. Let me know if you have any questions or if any of this stuff's staying here. I'm happy to post it in the corner. Very simple for me, and then I can ship when you want to ship to where. Look tomorrow for Fire Factory and licensed jerseys. I'll add 4 more jerseys in. Trying to think who I can add this week. I'll figure something out. Okay, have a great night. Enjoy football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not Thursday. I guess there's Ole Miss on Thursday. The whole rest of the week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll see you guys on Saturday or Friday for a short stream. Sunday for some winner's choices, and Monday for a normal stream. So, all right, guys, have a great night. We'll see you later on.